Aesthetic goal setting. I am so tired. I want you to listen closely. I'm so tired of this one thing that you guys do. You set a goal weight. Are you kidding me, man? You're freaking 5'9". You want to be 200 pounds. Why do you want to be 200 pounds? Do you know how you'll look at 200 pounds? You'll probably look chunky. You're probably gonna look not very aesthetic, man. I'm tired of this. I want you to stop having body weight goals. I want you to have aesthetic goals. I want you to go based off of how you look in the mirror. I want you to have more muscle mass, less body fat. Who gives a single frick what the scale says, man? Brad Pitt in the movie Fight Club was like 155 at 5'11". It doesn't matter how much you weigh, it matters how you look. So instead of setting these silly weight goals, I want you to have an aesthetic goal. By this amount of time, I want to have at least 20 pounds visually of more muscle mass in the next 12 months. If it's your first year of lifting, if it's your second year, maybe aim for 15, maybe 10 to 15 pounds of muscle mass, as this is more realistic, man. Pretty much every year, so for example, it's your first year of lifting, you can gain 20 to 25 pounds raw natural muscle. Second year of lifting, it's gonna be about half of that. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 10 to 15 pounds of pure muscle on the second year. The third year, it's gonna be like 5 to 10 pounds. After that, the gains are gonna be very, very minuscule, with the overall amount of lifetime gains only being about 40 to 50 pounds of pure muscle from your baseline. So if you're like 10% body fat, 160 pounds, 6'5", whenever you're getting started, this would mean that max you could maybe be 200, 210 at the same body fat. This isn't just like giving you guys false expectations. This is being realistic with you guys. A lot of these people are lying to you online. Like, they're on gear, they're doing all these things, and they're at an unrealistic body fat to muscle mass ratio, and they're just simply not telling the truth. I want you guys to have realistic goals as well. Like, I don't want you to be demotivated, and the last thing I want you to do is think that you can look like Chris Bumstead or like look like Chris Hemsworth in the movie Thor whenever you were not willing to obviously take the gear that they are. It's one thing if you want to be a bodybuilder, you're willing to do all the stuff, you know the side effects, and you've accepted that. But it's another if you think that it's completely attainable, all natural. Even David Lade, he's probably one of the best examples of a physique that people think is natural. But the truth is, it's not, man. I'm not gonna go into it, but for David's numbers and his specific stats for how much he was eating, things like this, it just would not make even close to sense as a completely natural lifter, man. So you want to have realistic goals whenever you're doing this. Like, I think a lot of celebrities like Henry Cavill and Superman, I think he was natural. I think that Brad Pitt in just about any single movie he was in, like shirtless, like Troy, Fight Club, I believe he was natural. Like, there's so many examples of someone who looks very, very aesthetic and he is completely natural, man. Zac Efron in his movies, I think he might have taken some gear for Baywatch just because he was so lean and dry, but you can easily be at that body fat percentage, at that muscle mass, especially for his height, man. Like, it's not unrealistic. Now, we need a realistic goal tracker as well. So we need to be keeping track of our physique. This is why anyone I work with one-on-one, I have them track their physique every single week. Physique photos, fresh weigh-ins, check-ins. I also have them track all the calories, their macronutrients, everything. Another cool hack that's coming out now is this AI tracking. Like, sometimes if you're not sure what's in something, you can ask ChatGPT, like, hey man, how many calories are in this? What's the total macronutrients? And it's gonna give you a really good ballpark estimate. There's also different AI apps. You can use these to literally track how many calories you're eating just by taking a photo. It is so sick, so easy nowadays. Like I said, you need timeline expectations. If it's your third year of lifting, please don't expect any miracles to happen. You should probably actually be focusing on getting lean. And when I talk about like the years, by the way, guys, I'm talking about consistent lifting of doing a proper protocol. Like, if you were just doing machines for high rep stuff for 3 years, you've really not done any strength training in my eyes. Like, and your physique is probably going to reflect that. You probably don't have very much muscle. I'm talking about the years you are dedicated to muscle hypertrophy training. You go into the gym on a mission. You are trying to increase reps, you're trying to increase strength, you eat properly, you're taking proper supplements to help promote muscle growth, to help promote fat loss. You're doing everything properly. When I say this lifting experience timeline, I'm talking about correct lifting experience timelines. So I would say you can get a male model physique pretty fast, actually. Like, if you want to look kind of like these TikTok boys, you want to have a very, very aesthetic physique, I would say 3 to 6 months for the average person in my school, for example. Just about anybody could do it. Now, if you want to look like a Greek god, this is going to take a lot longer. I would say like 2 to 3 years to do this. So there is going to be that time period where you kind of have that, like that TikTok twink physique until you look like the Greek god physique, and you got to own it. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with this physique. It looks better than 99.9% of physiques, and it's better to be skinny and shredded than to be skinny fat while you're trying to put on muscle mass, man. So I hope you guys are ready, because I'm going to give you all the exercises, all the diet, all the supplements, literally everything, all my secrets as an A certified trainer. I've worked with over 1,000 people, 100% by far. And so I'm going to tell you guys everything, exactly how to look aesthetic in this masterclass. I love you guys. Sorry for the delay, by the way. There was an earthquake in Bangkok. I had to evacuate for a week, and I didn't have any of my filming equipment with me, honestly. But that's it. See you guys in the next chapter. Love you.